another segment with what's new at NIACC and our special guest today. Normally it's the lovely whatever, but no, the handsome gentleman from NIACC, Chris Frenz.
How you doing, Jay?
I'm doing fantastic. So we've got a few things to talk about. What's going on at NIACC, because it's, when people start to look at this time of the year, really, I mean, people are they thinking about getting into school or going to school? Is it now the time, or are they thinking about getting out of school?
I would say a little bit of both, but if they're thinking about getting into the second semester, which starts January 18th, they definitely should be thinking about that. Or if they're thinking about getting into what's called the winterum, or the winter interim, is what the winterum stands for. That comes up here right away, December 20th. So if they're thinking about taking one of those short-term classes that takes about 4 weeks or 5 weeks to get through, they definitely should be starting to get applied, get their FAFSA information going, get their transcripts here, get any testing done and out of the way that they might need to do. So yeah, definitely now is the time to get ready for both the winterum and the spring, and maybe even some potential summer classes too coming up.
Yeah, so you have a big event going on December 11th, Saturday.
Yeah, this Saturday we have what's called our Saturday visits. That's just one of those visits that people get an opportunity to come out and kind of see what NIACC is all about. This Saturday, it's a 10 a.m. You do have to register for that. So you just go to our website at niac.edu and you just click on the visits site there. And all you do is click the Saturday visit that you want to come to. If you can't come to this Saturday in December, we do it one Saturday every month. So there'll be another one, obviously, in January and February and so on and so forth. So, but we will be out here at 10 o'clock. And what that really entails is, I think we have around 11 or 12 people coming in right now already for this Saturday. So you'll get an overall view of what's going on at NIACC, of what your programs are that you'd like to take part in. Obviously, with that many people, we can't necessarily get real in depth sometime about a specific program, but we will certainly answer any and all of your questions that you may or may not have when you come to that program too. But it's more of an overall, like I said, here's how you apply, here's what you do for financial aid, here's how you get housing, all that kind of stuff. It's a very good overview of what you need to do to get yourself going here, either this January or for next year. There's a lot of people that are coming in here already getting prepared for next school year.
Yeah. For people that don't know, Chris, what is it you actually do at NIACC?
Well, I'm in the admissions office, and I'm also the golf coach here too, but my main job is the admissions part of it. And so that's helping people get into school. Again, if they have questions on what program they want to get into, if they have questions on the majors that they want to get into, if they have questions on FAFSA, that's me and all the other people here in the admissions office. That's what we do.
Yeah. So who is there other play? You mentioned niac.edu. What else can people find out on the website or see on the website about NIACC?
Virtually anything and everything about NIACC. So, if you want to know about applying and attending the winter classes or the spring classes, that's a great way to start. In fact, if you go to niac.edu right now, the very first banner that rolls across there is about the winterum classes, which again, get underway here December 20th and usually go through about January 14th is what they're going to go through. So all you got to do is click on that banner that rolls through, the picture, I should say, in the very front page there. You click on that, and it tells you everything you need to do to get applied, to get into those classes, and get registered for those classes too. We have a lot of students too that are maybe going to UNI or Iowa or Iowa State or something like that as well, that are maybe looking for just one class that they can take in the interim, and you can certainly do that as well. So you don't necessarily have to be coming to NIACC to take a class here and there. But obviously you still got to apply, you still have to do that type of stuff too. But
Sure.
It's kind of one of those things that we can kind of do whatever you need to do in order to get the classes that you need.
Tell me about the thing Busting Out Blue. What's that all about?
So Bustin' Out Blue is something that we do towards, it's like February or March, first part of March, usually at the end of February, first part of March. And Bustin' Out Blue is a way that we celebrate incoming athletes that have signed the letters of intent to come in and play. But we always have it during a basketball game. Again, it's kind of another visit day for people that are just interested to come out here. You don't have to be an athlete to get involved with Bustin' Out Blue, but it's just another visit day that you come out, and we kind of surround it around a basketball game. So people come out, they still get a visit, they still get a chance to see maybe the new athletes that are going to be coming in for next year, but they also get a chance to go down and tour the dorms or the housing that we have here on campus as well. But it's a nice day to celebrate NIACC and to actually, I guess, really showcase our basketball programs that are out here too. Basketball, dancing, cheerleading, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Now, besides all of that, what if I have like an individual that wants to just come visit on some time that you don't have anything going on? Do you have to set up an appointment with you? How do they go about doing that?
Yeah, that's the best way. We do have some people that just walk into the Pierce Administration building out here too, but the best thing to do, quite honestly, is to call the admissions office and go ahead and get a date and time set up, because that way we can give you that one-on-one individual attention that you need. So when you're talking about a normal visit, what basically happens is once they set up that time, they come in, they sit down with the admissions representative. We take about 45 minutes to an hour talking about the majors, talking about the scholarship opportunities that are out there, talk about financial aid opportunities that are out there. We go through all of that stuff to make sure that you get a good understanding of what you need to do in order to get into your NIACC classes. Then our student ambassadors would then take them on a tour of the campus. A lot of people, especially local people, might think they know everything there is to know about NIACC. Well, I guarantee you don't. So you need to come on in and see what we have. And we have a brand new STEM center, the science, technology, engineering, and math, brand new STEM center. We have obviously brand new housing within the past 6 years. We have a rec center that seems new, but it's been 13, 14, 15 years now since that's been built. Our whole skilled trades area, they underwent some refurbishing or some remodeling, I should say, here this past summer. And so that all looks fresh and new now as well. So there's always something new going on out here at NIACC. And people, like I said, people think they know what's going on at NIACC. I guarantee you don't. You need to come out here and actually see what's going on.
See, that's what's new at NIACC, which we find out every single week with different representatives from NIACC, like Chris Frenz here again. You want more information about any of the admissions, things like that, niac.edu. And again, the complete video interview is on our website, 987kisscountry.com. Check that out today. So, Chris, of all the years that you've been at NIACC, how long have you been at NIACC?
This is my 16th year. Sorry, my phone's ringing, but this is my 16th year here at NIACC.
16. Wow.
16, yeah.
And not only do you do the admission, you mentioned about golfing. So you get to travel across the country and go golfing when it's the wintertime here. I'm going to scout down south this week.
Well, I wish I would get to do that. I don't get to. My down south might be Rockwell or Sheffield or Hampton or something like that. That'd be about as far south as I get to go as far as recruiting sometimes, maybe Des Moines or something like that. But yeah, it's been a good trip for me, a good ride for me. It's been a lot of fun. And yeah, the golf part of it is a lot of fun. We do have a big spring break trip coming up here in March that we're going to be going to. So looking forward to that, going down to Arizona, especially when it's 13 below zero wind chill today. It's
right.
Those are the kind of things that you look forward to.
And I've never been asked, of all the 16 years that Chris Frenz has been the golf coach, I've never been asked to chaperone any of those trips.
Yeah, well, I'd have to chaperone you more than the kids, I think. So that's why you don't get asked.
Oh, okay. Well, that explains it all right now.
It sure does.
When you do go out scouting or recruit for golfers, both, because you do both the men and the women, right?
Correct.
So how far out do you go? I mean, I know NIACC has a lot of local golfers and very, very good.
Yeah, we go anywhere and everywhere. I mean, I have a young man from Germany on my team right now. So, I mean, there really are no boundaries. I do try and kind of keep things local. And by local, I mean southern Minnesota, Iowa,
sure,
Illinois, that kind of stuff. But, I seem to have a lot of success with my local kids as well. And I always like that, because to me, that's still what the community college stands for, is some of that localism. But it's kind of one of those things that now there really are no boundaries. You can literally go anywhere in the world and try and do that recruiting. And that's not just for golf. That's everybody. I mean, we got kids from Saudi Arabia on our soccer team. We got people from England. We got Australian guys on our baseball team. So it's all over the place.
but it's cool for us localites, if that's what you call it, locals,
Yeah.
to be able to be competitive in the college world with the local students or athletes that we have here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's getting harder and harder and harder all the time because obviously the bigger the pot of talent that you have around the world, the harder it's going to be. But yeah, I think North Iowa's always been a hotbed for athletics, and so I think it's fun to have that opportunity to be able to go up against some of these kids that someday may be Division I athletes. Now, everybody's not a Division I athlete like they all think they are, but you still have that chance to maybe get to that level too, starting at the junior college level.
Of all the years, 16 years at NIACC, Chris, is there anything that sticks out on the admission side or the sports side for you?
Well, I just think it's fun to be able to, I guess, help steer people in the direction that they want to go. The friendships that you create, not only in the golf side, but I've worked with a ton of people that have been laid off of jobs. And all of a sudden they become some of your better friends then too, because you're helping them through a very difficult time. There's always something out there that hopefully can better a person. And hopefully that's through education or just giving them the skills that they need in order to make their lives better. And it's fun. I guess that's what stands out the most for me is it's fun to be able to help people get to that next level, get to what they want to do and what they want to be. I always joke with adults, depending on whatever their age is. I always say, well, what do you want to be when you grow up? And a lot of them say, well, I don't know, or that's why I'm here, or this is what I've always wanted to do. Well, why haven't you done it? And that's how you kind of start the process and go from there. So people have to be committed. They have to be ready to put in the time and the effort and all that type of stuff to put in the time of the classes. Some people still work full time and then they come in and take classes as well. So it's just a matter of how dedicated and how determined are you to do what you need to do to get to that next level of what you want to be academically.
Continuing your education today is a lot different than it was 16 years ago.
Sure is. And you can do it from your home. We have a lot of online classes. We have a lot of flexible classes where you might be in class one week and then you do everything else online. Obviously, we still have our in-person classes then as well. But, just the whole way of learning has changed, especially with the COVID part of it here too in the last year. So there should be no doors that shouldn't be able to get knocked down. When it comes to the financial aid part of it, there's always something that can help. I mean, we have all kinds of, it's not just the FAFSA, which is the free application for federal student aid that you fill out. I mean, there's scholarships, there's PACE programs, there's GAP programs, there's VOC rehab programs, there's Future Ready Iowa programs. The money part of it, yes, people think of that as a barrier, and it certainly could be a barrier for a lot of people, but don't not, how can I say, that's a double negative, but don't count yourself out of getting an education because of the money, because there may be money out there that you have no idea is there.
Sure.
And so it's one of those things that come and talk to us at the admissions department. We can put you in touch with all those people that may be able to help you get some funding to get to that next level. So yeah, it's huge to get the scholarships out there, and scholarships are available to anybody coming out of high school or somebody that's an adult student then too. I mean, they are for anybody. So yes, money's a barrier, but man, make sure you look into that before you say, I can't do it because I can't afford it. Look into it and see if you can afford it.
What's new at NIACC? Every week we catch up with someone, and this week, Chris Frenz again. The complete interview on our website, 987kisscountry.com, with what's new at NIACC. Of course, check out more information, niac.edu, for more information. Chris, thank you very much.
You bet. Hope to see you soon. Everybody, not just you, Jay. Everybody. Want to see everybody out here. I always look forward to seeing you too.
Yeah.